Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're at the Bullpup shoot in Waterman, Illinois, and I'm here with Shoof from Manticore Arms. And Shoof has some really cool stuff for the Tavor rifle. Now, as you guys know, the Tavor is really a hot item right now, and there's a lot of companies that are starting to spring up to actually make parts for the Tavor. But Shoof's been around making parts for Bullpups for a long, how many years?
Five years
making
now.
Something up 5 years. So he's one of the old guys in the industry, and certainly one of the more gifted gentlemen, I shall say, in the products that you devise. And what he's holding in his hands right here is one of the new OD Green Tavors, but it has a number of his products on it. Now, Sven, if you could just start from the butt pad and work forward and tell me what you have on this rifle.
Okay, well, starting at the butt pad, we have the Tavor curved butt pad. This is one of our newest products. One of the problems a lot of shooters have found with the Tavor is that first, the length of pull is a little long. I think it's 15 inches is the stock length. And the other problem is it has that kind of weird angular pad. It's why I've heard different reasons why, you know, it's how you shoulder it. So we decided we wanted to solve that. I personally didn't care for the existing butt pad. So what we've done is basically shaved almost an inch off the bottom of the pad, curved it up. It's still the same length at the top, so you've still got a rifle that's over 26 inches, so you don't run into problems there. We make it of a nice rubber compound and have some gripping grooves here. And the curved shape allows you to really roll into the shoulder real quick there, and it's, you know.
Well, it comes up, it seems to more accurately contour or replicate the contour of the shoulder. I noticed when I put it in my shoulder, it shoulders really, really nice. It's a definite improvement over the OEM butt pad.
Right, that's the idea. And you know, it's the rubber's on the outside. We've got a metal substrate in there, so it works just like the original. You just remove this bottom screw, it screws in. Literally, it's 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. If you've got two little screwdrivers, you can install it. So,
and how much does that retail for?
That'll be 70 bucks.
Are they available now?
Yes, they are. We've actually got them in stock here today.
All right.
So, moving forward, we've got our safety levers. These have been out for about a year. We've got slim and medium safeties, so you know those are available right now. Stock Tavor does not have a safety on this side. Like I said, we've got our metal Luma safety here.
And you guys will see this on my 9mm Tavor. I've been running this now since you came out with them, and they work really, really well.
On top here, this is our new Overwatch series of rails. This is what we call the medium. It's 21 slots, all aluminum, just bolts with a standard 2 bolts that hold the top rail on. And one of the problems a lot of, especially American shooters, have found with the Tavor is American optics, American iron sights, they're all built around the AR-15. And the existing top rail, the height from the cheek, where your cheek is, to that top rail is about a ½ inch lower than you would normally have on an AR.
Right.
So you're scrunching down trying to get to the sight. So what we did is we've actually raised the rail up a ½ inch. So now you can use any AR backup iron sights. We've got this Trigicon with a standard scope mount on it. Any optics mounts that are really developed around the AR. Everything's very available, very affordable, and bolted on here, and it's at the right height. So you're not trying to get down on that optic. It's, it feels natural. It almost feels like you have an M4 stock here. And
yeah, I've noticed that with a lot of the mounts for various optics, it's either too low or too tall, depending on which.
Right, and it's a fight. We've seen people use risers and all sorts of stuff, and as soon as I saw people doing that when the guns came out, I said, that's a sign something's not right with the height.
Yeah, I can fix that.
Right.
Now, will this work with any of the Tavors, like the IDF model, or is this just the railed model?
We're working on a solution for the IDF. It's got a different mounting system, so there's a little more that goes into it. But say you buy a 9mm kit or something like that, where it's already got the clamps with the screw holes on the top.
Yeah.
This will bolt right down on it. Okay. So if you want to set up your other barrel or whatever, or your existing rifle, it's not a problem.
Okay. And what does that retail for?
This is $105 for this length.
Outstanding.
So, continuing to move forward, this is our ARClight XTL, which we brought out a couple of months ago, and actually it's been very popular. This is an 18-inch barrel, and what you can see we've done here is, you know, we've just mounted it up. We've got a flashlight on it. We're actually working with solar force, and this is a 1-cell pressure switch operated LED light, 320 lumens. And so now we're going to be offering these on our website along with the products, because what it allows is, on this 18-inch gun in particular, you've got your bayonet lug right here. Right. So a 2-cell light, there's just no way to get it in there, or it's sticking out. This allows us, with the length, to get the flashlight in here, and you can see it's not in front of the muzzle, it's not where there's any opening, so the light's protected, you're not going to get any muzzle blast. and that allows you to, you know, mount it up with our light ring and get a nice look for it, get your light there, and nice bright beam.
Right.
We've also, on the side here where the pressure switch is, you can see this button here and these bolts. This is called our BCM kit. It's an internal pressure switch mount kit. And what this allows is actually the pressure switch for this flashlight, and all the wiring is internalized.
Nice.
It's a backing plate that holds, sandwiches the pressure switch. We got a rubber button here, and of course with the bright daylight you can't see the light anywhere, but when you press it, it'll operate your light, and these bolts allow you to adjust the tension and compression on it, so you can actually get the button to right where you want. You know, you press it and it'll operate comfortably for you. And this fits in our arc slots here on the rail, so you can move this anywhere. You know, it's great. The only other feature I should probably point out here is we actually got integral QD pockets, because when you get the, you know, back here, this allows you to get the sling farther out with a lot of the adjustable 2 points.
Yep. Well, one of the things I've always had a problem with in trying to find a light solution for the Tavor is the fact that you've had to plumb wires out and around and all over the place, those pigtails, and that's just a snag point. And a lot of people don't want that, so this seems like a really nicely integrated solution that's going to solve that problem. Cool. Now, how much is this going to sell for? How much is the rail, and how much is the light and the switch?
The rail we offer in 2 versions. We have what we call naked, which is just the fore end with no accessories, and that's $175. We make them in black and flat dark earth. We're going to have olive drab out here in about 2 weeks.
Although I have to say, this black looks really good with the green.
You know, it's actually funny. A lot of people say that. They look and it just looks right for some reason. The black and the green together looks good. The light with the 1-cell flashlight with the pressure switch, it also comes with a clicky tail cap. That'll be $40. And the fore end, along with our light ring for mounting that, and 2 aluminum rail segments, the arc locks that you just put them on, turn the screws, they'll lock. You can get that. That's what we call fully loaded for this ARClight XTL. That's $235.
Okay.
So you get the 2 accessories and the light ring for an extra $60.
Nice. Well, that's very nicely done. Now I'm holding another rifle here in my hands. I'll go ahead and take that one from you. Now this is a different variation. I think this is a prototype, if I'm not mistaken, of your rail system. So this extends that rail out, and you know, tell us more about it, I guess. Instead of me putting words in your mouth.
Sure. Yeah, the rest of the gun's set up pretty much the same, where we've got a curved butt pad on it, and you know, the safety levers, and ARClight fore end. This is our Overwatch full-length rail. You know, with the medium length, there's room to get an optic and backup iron sights on there, but this one you can see, theoretically, if you want to run irons only, which has really not been, you know, an option, or I mean, it can be, but it's hard to get the height right, you can do that now. There's 43 slots on here. It's all aluminum, comes all the way to the end. You can even use it as an improvised carry handle, which I guess some people like. You know, some are against it. Yeah, correct. However, our commercial, you know, the consumer market, you know, we figured why not? You know, we can offer it, and also by opening it up here, this allows us to keep it pretty lightweight. It's still very structural. You know, the structure is there. Keep it very stiff and good. And this actually, right here, the ARClight. This is a good example of what we can do. This is a monolithic construction, and you can see this suppressor actually, it sleeves over it. This is an 1.5 inch. We can go up to an 1 3/4 inch suppressor.
So this is a 16-inch barreled gun.
That's correct.
And this is the 18-inch barreled gun, so we can see these are the same length rails, and with the 16-inch you actually get that recess capability with the suppressor, so it sets inside the rail a little bit versus the barrel sticking out.
That's correct. And the other thing, it's hard to tell probably, but you can see there's a vertical grip here with wiring. There's actually one of our 1-cell flashlights under here. We had a customer who was asking about putting a suppressor, and he said, well, I really want a flashlight under it. And you know, a year ago when we were offering the shorter rails, that wasn't possible. Now you can actually get the light under here, and with our adjustable light ring, because we make the holes in various locations, we actually were able to just put the light ring far enough back that you can get the bezel in there. It's all packed in there, and other than a very slight crescent from the light from the bottom of the suppressor, you can use it.
Awesome. And if somebody wants to buy any of this stuff, where can they find you on the internet?
We're at manticorearms.com.
I'll put a link in the description below, guys. Also, if you have any questions about anything you've seen in the video, you can ask those questions on our Facebook page. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/military arms. Thanks for watching, everybody.